Hi, I'm Stan Foxworthy with Foxworthy Studios, and today we're finally doing the intro to a video we shot a while back, pitting two film powerhouses, the Hasselblad 503CW against the Bronica SQ-B that we took out. And we get to find out the trials and tribulations of shooting film, what's great and what's not so great. So, not that we've waited long enough, but we're going to go ahead and show you what we shot last year with these two powerhouses, and we'll see what happens. Stick around. Well, I don't know if we are recording.
We are recording.
Okay. Well, here at beautiful historic Magnolia Cemetery, let's see what we got here. Fire up this bad boy here. Unfortunately, everything was in the car on the way over here, so it is, yeah, it is. we have issue. All right, I'm going to rate all the film at, yeah, that's going to be a problem. All the film at 80. Let's let everything acclimatize. I'm going to try to do a shot both wide open at 2.8 and then at f8 on all of these. So,
You're focusing on the tree or on the gate? Or both? Or one?
I'll focus on the gate. I'm just getting some meter readings here. Ooh. Really? By the way, this meter, even though it's their top of the line, it's definitely more of a pain in the butt to use.
Yeah. How do you really feel, Stan?
Yeah, but on the positive side, it does have a spot meter. So this is going to be it's actually not that bad. All right. We are at a 30th of a second at f2.8. Starting with the Hasselblad. That's what I'm getting at ISO 80. 2.8. Let's go to f8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. They used to have a cool thing that it coupled it, but we'll deal with that later. All right, same. Dark slide. Ugh. Can you believe we used to carry this stuff around?
They're svelte and compact.
All right, let's see how bad the. No, I've got a B plus W filter on the front of this sucker. Hey, and amazing, just like that, it's still level. Who knew?
I was going to say, though, like the Bronica is autofocus.
Yeah. All right. I do like the focusing on the SQ better. 500 2.8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 60th of a second at f8. Uh-oh. Oh, maybe it's the viewfinder.
Fogging it up.
I'm breathing on it. I was fogging it. All right, 60th of a second, 2.8. Better. All right, start at 2.8. Mosquito buzzing around inside my glasses. Verticals look vertical.
Boy, is that noisy.
Love that clunk. All right, 205.8 here. Looking good, looking level. One thing you have to give the Hasselblad, man does that sound nice when you fire this. Listen to the difference.
Why did it sound like that shutter was hanging though?
I don't know. I don't think you were hearing the shutter. I'm thinking you're hearing that back curtain that closes.
It could be.
See if I can square up a few things. I know I'm going to have some parallax, but the nice thing is there's nothing in here other than the fence and a couple of headstones that's going to make a difference. All right, since I wasted a frame, the downside to Hasselblad, if you go test fire it on the back and you put the back on, even though the back was advanced, it will go ahead and think, oh, I haven't advanced it, and I'm going to advance it again. We're going to lose a frame. Unfortunate, but hey, you know what? We all have our cross to bear. Alrighty.
The stupid videographer.
Oh, don't disparage. There we go. Double check focus one last time. Looking good. The reason why you can't put a holder like this on the Bronica is because the back opens as a clamshell versus pulling the insert out. So, again, we dig into the bag of all photo stuff. Pull out the mighty Bronica. Yeah, it's funny how I wish that I could combine features from both cameras together to make one perfect camera. I mean, there's so many things. Oh my God, it's amazing how much brighter the viewfinder is right now in here.
So that's because you've got an intensity screen, right?
I do have an intensity screen. I should have brought the stock screen, but doggone it, is that nice. All right. Take two. Now's the time when a red filter would have been nice. The other reason why I miss digital is because I can go ahead and I can actually add a red filter either at the time for JPEGs, or I could go ahead and add it later when I'm post-processing for my black and whites from the raw. So I could say add a red filter and all of a sudden the sky goes that beautiful dark rich just almost black, and the clouds have some serious definition. Oh well, but for now, no filters, no color filters, and let's see how these continue to compare. We have got basically half a roll left on each. We'll try to get a few more things. Maybe we'll go ahead and get a landscape or two here of the salt marsh or one of the lakes, and try to wrap this up. At a 60th of a second, where I was at f8 before. So let's go ahead and give this a whirl. So I'll shoot them both at f16, a 60th of a second. Check my focus, everything looking good. Just for grins on both of these, I'm going to go ahead and do mirror lockup just to see if that changes anything. We're just going to do one shot a piece here. Well, at least on a digital camera, you don't have to worry about putting in a dark slide. Alrighty, 60th of a second, f16. Check my focus. Looking good. Let's go ahead and pre-release. Now is where I need the light meter. Thankfully, I've got my trusty old Domke bag that I've had since the 1980 mumble 80s. Alrighty, let's see what we're getting here. F28 at a 40th, F28 at a 60th, F28 at a 30th, at a 60th. Let's try F28 at a 60th first, and then we'll go to F8, and that way we can see the acuity of both lenses, both wide open and stop down to what should be their best aperture. It is getting warm now. All right. Check for critical focus. 2/8, 60th of a second. Again, we're going to go ahead and pop up the mirror. Go to F8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Whoops, wrong way. 1/8 of a second. Check for focus again. Lock mirror up. Boy, that's sticking. Alrighty. Check for critical focus. That's looking good, that's looking good. Again, we're going to lock up mirrors on both of these. Eighth of a second at F8. Double check our focus here. I actually want to move this and double check my focus. Just with the split image. Looking good. 1/8 of a second. All right. F16 at 60th of a second. Got a little bit of haze coming in here, so I think we'll still be good. Let's just go ahead and lock our mirror up. Let's take this back to F8. So F8 at 2/50th of a second here. Again, same point of focus. Actually, you know what I'm doing is I'm kind of zone focusing. It's one nice thing is we can figure out on here that everything from about 20 mumble feet to infinity will be in focus-ish. So let's try that. And that's all she wrote. All right. Let's go ahead and put this one back in the bag. We'll grab the Hassie and we'll wrap up our black and white experiment with these two. All right, so we're at F8. We'll start at 250 at F8 and then we'll go to our F16 exposure. Actually, the dark slide can go back in here. I keep forgetting I have a place for a dark slide. How cool is that? All right, let's go ahead and take our focus. I'm actually just going to bring it back over into here. So we've got F8 at infinity on the right side of our scale, all the way to roughly 22 feet. That would be about right. All right, mirror lockup. F16, 60th of a second, mirror lockup, let it settle.
Of course, you have to do that on the Olympus too.
Yeah, don't get me started. I am truly missing my my digital stuff right now, my Olympus. Why? Because I can hand hold it a second, and there we go. We are all set.
It's always in mirror lockup.
Yeah, it's always in mirror lockup. Well, so ends this part of the black and white version of the test. We'll shoot color and we'll take it into studio and use strobes and see how they both function in there. But it's going to give us kind of a good idea of the acuity of the lenses, the feel, the sharpness, everything else. So we'll see how the two of them compare, shooting identical spots, identical apertures and shutter speeds, identical film. So like that Ahinga behind you, if you'll pan and focus on him, I hope you'll all hang around here for a minute.
Do you think I can pan and focus from that lighting level to that and have that turn out?
Well, as you can see, we've discovered the fun and the charm of working with vintage camera gear. Unfortunately, shooting out here, the Hasselblad had an issue where it was not closing the baffle all the way. So as we advanced the film, we were getting light leaks onto the film. So we kind of lost a few frames, but then again, that's part of the mystery and the joy. You don't get to see what you've shot until a few days later once Larry processes the film. But again, these cameras are such a delight to use and have out here, especially when shooting black and white. Stick around, we're going to have part 2 coming up, hopefully sooner than later, showing you how they did in studio. Thanks for watching.